goes the fam? Welcome back to Let As Anything Goes. On my way to the gym. Figured I'd talk to you guys about what's going on in my little rant. And basically is it's like we all come to that crossroads in life when you feel that you stagnated and you can't move. And a lot of times it's because we are scared to make a move because of our financial situation, our family situation, or whatever situation that might come to pass. And you know, in the DMV area that I grew up in, a lot of people have a good hustler's mentality, an innovative mentality, and a lot of people have a stagnated mentality because of the culture there. So a lot of times you gotta, you know, so it depends on where you grew up at. A lot of times you don't want to stay stagnated around the same people because then that stunts your growth. It's that old saying, you know, you don't want to stunt your growth. You don't eat this or have posture like this or do something specific because it's going to stunt your growth. And you know, we all are supposed to grow. Even when we're not growing physically, we still have to grow mentally. If we're not, you know, going to get taller, that's cool. Even if you're not going to try to, you know, be big and buff and try to be a bodybuilder, that's cool. But there always has to be some sort of growth somehow, some way. Everybody's growth is different. And being stagnated can be all the same, especially when you're in an area and around the mindset of people who are the same, and the mindset is the same. Remember, there's this one comedian who said, got the guy's name from Chicago, and he said that there's a reason why he doesn't like going home too much. And the main reason why is because he says a lot of people he grew up with and he knew back in the day, he said they were just still doing the same old. And he's like, he doesn't like being around people that just want to do the same old and talk the same old stuff. And I was like, yeah, I can understand that. It's like because when you reach a level in life where you're trying to grow and learn, because we're all students, then you reach a level to where you say, okay, I'm not going to learn nothing from you, and you're actually going to stop my growth that I need in my life right now. So I don't need to really consult with you that often and engage with you that often. So that's just another, you know, stagnation process. And we all can fall. I fell in it many times with people. They want to talk simple stuff. I want to talk something, you know, talk about complex situations. And so it's like we don't really vibe with each other like that anymore. And that's cool. You know, it's like there's nothing against anybody personally, but everybody has to go in their different separate ways, you know, in order for them to achieve the kind of success that they want to achieve in this life. So, I mean, you always hear the immigrant story of, you know, people leaving their home country, come to the U.S. or going to Europe or going to Australia because they know that they can grow bigger than and go strive to their full potential if they go to these other specific countries. You know, they know they stay in their home country. There's even if they are considered the upper class or the rich, they know that there's so far that they can go, and they want to be able to grow much more than what they actually are. You know, I mean, a great example. I can use an actor. You know, since most people like to use entertainment as a reference. Idris Elba was doing great in the UK for the most part. Probably his name wasn't as big as it is now, but you know, he was doing a good amount of acting in the UK, but he knew he had to come to the United States to grow to his full potential. You know, he knew that he was limited in his home country of the UK. You know, so he came to the United States and look at the successful actor that he is today. And a lot of you know, other entertainers and business people, whether they're small or big, they've come to those conclusions. And there's nothing wrong with that. Sorry about that. I'm making sure nobody hits me. And there's nothing wrong with that, you know, coming to those conclusions in life. You know, sometimes you got to grow. Like me, a great example. It's like, yeah, I grew up in Woodbridge, Virginia, but that's just the beginning. That's not my end. You know, Riverside, California. You know, that's my next step. And so it's always about, you know, taking different steps and whatnot. You know, trying to grow my business. That's my next step. Whether it's for me selling products online or me buying and renting real estate properties, those are my next steps. So if people aren't talking about those specific things and don't have experience or want to get experience in those specific things, and for the most part, there's not much for me to engage with other people because, you know, they might be going in another area, and that's cool. You know, that's what's up. It's like, hey, that's what you're doing. Do what you do. You know, just don't be the same place in 2019. Don't be in the same place in 2023 and 25. You know, that's all I can say on that one. And when I say being in another place, I mean being in a different place than not everybody and their mother's doing it, because it's great that people have those accomplishments, but me personally, I don't get too impressed with people doing the same old. So that's it. It's like, you know, stagnation. It's real. It's hard, and it's a habit that's very, very hard to break at times if you're not on the lookout for it. So that's my little rant for the day. Please don't get stagnated with the people you were with, your family members, your friends, your co-workers. You know, a lot of people go to work because they have to survive, but a lot of times people and I hear this all the time, people at a job and they're surrounded by people that are just not on the same vibe that you're on. I'm not even gonna say level, but just the same vibe that you're on, and it's cool. It doesn't make you better than them, doesn't make them better than you. It just means you gotta do something different, you know. So anyways, hopefully you guys liked the video. If you found value, please give it a thumbs up. And remember, financial intelligence is sexy. So let's bring financial intelligence back. Take care.